it doesn't really affect C4 that much. It doesn't really affect Nikita because you're not going to be shooting that when you have it. So the main thing is that, like, grenades, yeah, sure, it can be annoying, but you can just kind of lob them halfway. You don't have to throw them at Hero. You can just kind of take control of the stage with those, because, yeah, if he runs to them with bounce, that doesn't change anything either.
I'm glad you mentioned that, because we actually heard that from BJ earlier when he was talking about using Tetracon on Joker against Snake grenades, and it's like, well, reflecting grenades aren't really that useful. They're still there. They're still creating space. They're still forcing you to pick an option. And so maybe bounce won't be as crucial as we think it is going to be. Nevertheless, Hope still. Safe to say, he is warmed up for the Snake matchup. All right, so it is up to the side of the Red Snakes here in Helsinki to actually force him into a situation he can't normally control.
Interesting, though, the stage for the first match. We're going to Kalos for the first one. That's rather rare.
Yeah, definitely is. Definitely is indeed. All right. As curious how this is going to go. Obviously, going to make recovering a little bit easier. And you are going to be able to use those platforms to try and catch Snake in the air.
Of course, one thing that is such a crucial thing with every hero, but the mana meter. 7 is the magic number, because that's when you still have Zoom.
That is true. And we've seen these heroes, they are getting a lot of work done with the Zoom as well. Can be very useful, especially in this matchup. Fantastic stuff. Had been a crit, would have definitely put him in a much more favorable situation.
But here comes the stanky leg.
Very, very true. All right, very true indeed. Going to be very rough to deal with as making a neutral sizzle into the face there. Bang to follow up.
It's just barely not killing. We do have the bounce on the line. Of course, it doesn't it's not that big of a game changer as we've talked, but it does still make like the Snake player, they have to play it a bit differently. They can't just like throw grenades randomly towards the other player. We do get the Axle Rattle right now. That's actually a rather cute buff also. When you consider Snakes want to go high, usually Hero can't challenge that at all when they go high with the Cypher. But with Axle Rattle, you can actually be dead if you're not like careful over there.
Yeah, no, you've really got to watch out. As KP just holding center stage right there. The snoozers are flying, these spells are going, but that is all the mana you've got in the tank.
We do have the buff though still, and it's always good.
True, very true.
Center stage, just KP kind of controlling this situation right now.
And KP really does have to play like one of those, he has to play like the theoretical cool Snake where it's like, yeah, I just hit the A button over and over again, because honestly, edge guarding is just really not a factor, especially here on Kalos. It's so easy to get back. Zoom skips anything Nikita wants to do, and even if you do a Nikita, they've got magic bounce, all right? Just not a whole lot you can really get away with. Still, very low on mana. KP looking for an up tilt to send Hope.
The one thing that KP can try to deal with that Zoom is that place C4 in a tactical spot where you know that that's one of the Zoom spots, because then you can cover multiple options. You can try to cover physically one and the Z4 with the other.
That is true. See if he does pick up on it. I'm certain he's got it in the back pocket. Definitely someone with a lot of experience in such a thing, but able to hang out on those Kalos platforms, just weaving and dodging around Snake's boxing tools. Fantastic stuff. Great movement coming out from Hope, but that was a little cheeky.
That, even with the buff, even with a crit, that, sure, it would have done a huge amount of damage, but very high risk.
Definitely, definitely. As running directly into him.
There we go.
Good use of bounce right there, just walking straight into his face. No accelerate to catch it, but looks like KP was feeling a little bit too safe, all right, as Hope just trying to find a way in, caught by the grenade. That bouncer running out just a little too early.
He does need this KO, because again, one of the things, you're not going to get bounce every time, and Snake will just rack up that small amount of damage every time.
Very true, very true. Going for the psych up, but eats a C4. This is a trade you didn't necessarily want. Hope has to play absolutely insanely cleanly. If he doesn't want to take this, the shield goes so low, but the up tilt takes him high.
That is one of those things that, sure, you don't want to play the like extra long range against Snake, but you also don't want to go close, because he has some ridiculously good close quarters tools. With that up tilt, blazingly fast kills. We do also have like jab is a really good like fast option. Forward tilt even is fast. Of course, they're not all of them aren't really that safe, but they're like, if you're doing a stupid move right in front of Snake, you're gonna get kicked in the head.
Yeah, it's very true, and it's tough because there's kind of like an ideal angle you can approach Snake from, right? Like Snake kind of has a blind spot, so like think of like kind of like this. He has like a he can cover this. He can cover this with dash attack, with like anything close. He can cover this with stuff like up tilt, with even like up air, that sort of thing. But this kind of area in the middle, there's a little bit of a blind spot there, all right? However, Hero, because all of his spells are quite linear, obviously they just go straight, can be hard to kind of jump in. You've got to go for sort of accelerate forward air. And he knows that's coming, he can just disengage and keep throwing grenades to try and keep you on your toes. Still, not the worst opening game. Still a little tough.
Yeah, that you definitely just saw that how KP was. Oh, Dark Pit!
Did you see what I saw there, my friend? M1.
I think I did, and I am very confused.
I am ready, to say the least. Now, Dark Pit is a character that, let's be honest, has been in the conversation this past week.
He just keeps coming back and like, oh, he's still good. No, he's not. And then like we stop talking. Then we talk like again, like, oh, we're doing this again.
Excellent. Well, you know what? I'm ready to call Dark Pit absolutely broken if he does win this. And
yeah,
I always know it. As soon I went to CEX, I picked up my copy of Smash, and I cracked open the case and said, yes, Dark Pit is top tier. I said it all those years ago. Definitely, absolutely. I've got it in writing somewhere. As small battlefield, it's looking pretty even right now. Just as I was talking about that sort of like snake angle you want to approach from, Pit very good at approaching from that angle. Those multiple hits can stun a snake, get a little bit of extra damage with those grenades as well.
Yeah, of course, like one of the things is that the arrow, of course, being... Oh, no. That was a bad weave grab.
Bet a lot on that one.
Yeah, but like you can actually kind of play the like long range here because of course with Hero you'll eventually run out of mana if you just keep throwing spells. Those arrows are unlimited.
You're damn right. Got a whole host of arrows in that quiver right there as a lot of arrows flying through. Good angling as well, but even better movement from KP to avoid any potential poke.
Oh no! Why would you?
That's one way to deal with it.
Yeah, I mean, just confuse the snake.
Yeah, there you go. Absolutely lost track. A little bit of nonsense coming out. I'm not sure what he was trying to do. Probably just forgot he had placed one and tried to place a second. Happens to the best of us. We are only human after all. But you got to play like machines if you want to take this.
Oh, that wouldn't have killed, but that would have led to such an awkward spot for KP. But he's still kind of in the back burner here. Oh, good shield.
Yeah, solid drag downs coming out from Hope. And these reflectors, not the most broken out of the arsenal, but still can be useful, especially covering with these ledge options. As trying to find a run-up there, not going to happen. Eats the tilt.
Center stage. That's just been the kind of the whole thing with this whole set, that KP just has the center stage, which of course is rather good. You want to be there.
You certainly do. All right, he knows where he belongs as the C4 to cover the approach. Still, I like the grenade bonk onto the head of Snake there. Every little helps. Every little counts.
I mean, the small tap, it does damage. 135 though, with Hope kind of needs to start. Stay aligned. I'm sorry, that's my bad.
Yeah,
that's
great delay from KP there, actually managing to let him drop the shield. Just a couple of empty hops too many as, yeah, Dodge keeps him safe. Just holding a little camping house on that platform there. And why wouldn't you, all right? It really seems to be working. Gets the down throw.
Didn't manage to unfortunately get the conversion with the grenade because you can get so like nice combos from throws just using the throw armor with Snake, but unfortunately this counter pick isn't really working at this point. But hey, he's still in the game. As long as he doesn't take that much damage on this stock, he still has it. Of course, it's a rather large uphill battle, but never count a person like Hope out.
Absolutely not. Going back to poking a little bit. Great reflector coming out very, very clean as these arrows are racking up a bit more damage. But how do you find the kill? Looks like he is just going to have to try and bait him into a back air, something like that. Good timing mix-up on the tilt, but not quite enough.
Yeah, because unfortunately Pit is, I mean, the meme is that he's honest, but at this point he doesn't really have any confirms. He needs a raw kill move, and they're not that great, to be honest.
Yeah, honesty ain't getting you too far. I need some deceit. I need some lies. I need some insincerity if you want to take this all the way back, and frankly, it's just looking a little too PG for me.
Oh, and no tech, this should be it. Nikita takes it to the left side, but hey, we got another Nikita.
Here we go, gonna see if we can make it back. Unfortunate.
Oh, yeah.
Hope committing very hard to options that are basically a coin flip at the end of the day. And if you flip enough coins, yeah, you can bring it all the way home. But frankly, it's stuff like dropping shield a bit too early for a punish, stuff like going reflectors when they're going for an A button. It's just not working out in their favor.
Yeah, it's just that at the long range game, just Pick can't really like hang out with Snake. And yeah, sure, you have a sword. You have two swords, but they're rather stubby. So it's not like you can, outrange the Snake. You can try to go with the, like, medium range, but they're not that powerful, the hits. You want to kind of go close so that you can get, like, grabs into neutralize and into combos. Oh, here we go. Back to the hero.
Well, here we go. You are, of course, in winners. You have that extra life to play with. Good stuff for Hope before giving that Dark Pit a shot, but going to take a lot more to bring down KP as Kaboom coming out. A lot of mana spent already, but hey, it's worth it.
He used the fully charged side B, unfortunately, at the very start, so that took like half of his mana, right?
That is true. Oh, we're going to see a side B. Great work from KP. Fantastic reaction.
We still 71, still continuing this. KP kind of needs... Oh, right. We again going for the fully charged side B.
Yeah, tried to read a drop down, it looks like, but unfortunately didn't get a grab either after that, as just barely outspaced by KP there. Swinging for the hills, but unfortunately just not having it. 11 MP on the board as well. KP now more than happy to just condition with a couple of grenades, keep him going.
Just like this, because this is the point. As I mentioned earlier, when you run out of mana, you can't really do anything about the grenades. You just either you have to wait for the passive mana regen, or you have to try to go through the war zone.
And that is no easy feat, let me tell you. As a perfect fair coming out, actually, this could provide a little bit of damage. Whack colliding with a grenade, unfortunate.
Although he's still bringing this back, Snooze not going to be able to hit, unfortunately. Snooze is really one of those that you have to hit pretty close because it moves so slowly.
Yeah, it's true. It is tough if you don't have Accelerate as well.
Behind!
My goodness.
He was like where his back of the head is and that hit. How like limber is that man?
What can I say? He does his yoga, man. He does his Kegels every morning.
He definitely... He's been working with Wii Fit Trainer like, get that sun salutation, breathe! But there we go, we also got that up tilt. Managing to even out the stock situation, 34% ain't that much.
Yeah, no, definitely a lot healthier for Hope this time around as side B comes through, trying to read a platform retreat. Jab coming out. A nice non-committal option just to keep Hope guessing, but the fair to catch the jump. Trying it again, just barely out of line.
Yeah, went for the early forward there, but not going to be able to get it. Bounce now, okay, now we can just breathe a bit. Oh, but as I mentioned, it doesn't work with C4.
That is true, it does not work if you've already placed it. Gotta wait for him to drop it properly as C4 keeps coming. Where's your bounce now, man?
Yeah, bounce this.
As, once again, Hope just looking a little lost right now, just trying to find a way in, keeping these spells rolling, keeping them flying. KP so comfortable right now, can just take weird trades, can just keep throwing stuff. It's so simple, his game plan, but Hope's has to be so convoluted to bring this back.
Yeah. The main problem here seems to be for Hope that he unfortunately plays the like long distance game. You want to be kind of like two-thirds of the quarter because your spells, sure, they're powerful. Oh no, okay.
Dangerous.
They're powerful, but they're rather slow. So if you're throwing them from like full screen distance, KP can just react to them.
That is true. The zoom going out. Hope, nice little tech skill, throwing himself all the way out there to maximize the rate of zoom appearing, but spent all of his mana right there. Bet it all a forward smash.
That's something you need. You also got the bounce immediately. Just wait out for the invincibility to run out. Oh, that was so
spot
close.
Dodge just for safety. It wasn't quite enough, though, as KP just trying to find a tilt, trying to find something. This is so dangerous.
Oh, what's the... Yeah, we have the C4. Put it on the ground.
Yep, definitely cooking something. All right, he's going high. The grenade going, the snooze is there.
Oh, no, the grenade! I mean, it still wouldn't have been that much, but hey, you lost some free damage.
Yeah, that is true. Forcing him up the side B as well. Keeping him going. Great projectile play. He's going to bet it all. He's going to get the spike instead, throwing it up. Can we keep him trapped on the platform?
You just got to be careful about the up tilt. You know that KP is ready with that. Just going to pull the trigger soon. Dash attack. Not going to be able to take it. We don't get the zoom. Failed him.
Unlucky. Could have had anything in that menu. Could have had zoom, could have had magic bounce, anything like that.